All right, it's a nice sunny day. We can go outside and we can show you. Let's talk about replacing an Axis E-kit trigger. Some people, you break these on the road and they're very easy to replace. So I suggest when you get them, just get some extra triggers. This is basically the detonator. Don't say that on a plane, people will attack you. Basically, detonator trigger that taps against the actual trigger here to make your Axis E-kit send a signal from the output here to whatever kind of a sound module I have, because a lot of people don't understand what triggers are. Basically, a trigger basically allows you to send a signal from your pedal. In this case, we're talking pedals. From your pedal beater, once the trigger, the detonator here, tap, makes contact with the actual trigger built into the box, sends a signal through a cable into the brain of the sound source that you're using and gives you a sampled sound. A lot of metal bands use it because it's when you get to a certain speed, it's really hard to actually differentiate the sound. Anything pretty well over 200 beats per minute and 16th notes on a bass drum definitely doesn't come through in most type of situations, especially cutting through loud guitars. So this is basically the detonator on top of the E-kit here, and all you do, of course, you always one thing about Axe, they always have the Allen keys. All we're going to do is basically take the Allen key and snug it up, not too tight, because we want to still be able to move it when we actually put the beater or spring on. And what we've done here is we've just taken off the spring. I can show you when you put it back on. We're basically lining it up across here. So we're hooking the spring on. Go this way. Hook the spring on. Whoops, sorry, went the wrong way. Goes across here. So what we want to try to do is to snug the actual detonator right up against the top here. I'm going to show you. See, I did it, basically snug the detonator right up against there, so we have some room to put the actual spring back on. Okay, go back to where we were, put the drum spring back on, tighten it up, and then basically we're just going to set our angle, like the way you would normally set yours. I'm using this the way that I use it, like this. This is so I can use it for my electronic drum kit. So when now see, when I press it down, it's not making a contact. So what I'm going to do is now push the detonator down, and then what I'm going to do to prevent any false triggering, I'm going to tighten that up. So now when I hit this here, this actually works and sends my signal up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go back and show you. So here, basically, we'll macro this up so you guys can see. Okay, you can tell that one's gotten lots of use. So there's the detonator hitting the trigger when I depress my foot pedal down, and it sends a signal to the brain and gives you your electronic sound of whatever your choice. The cool thing about triggers is you can basically you can sample a piano. You can sample explosions. You can sample broken glass, whatever you can put. So that's just a little quick update, and now we're gonna zip over to the brain so you guys can actually hear how it works. Alright, now you can see I've taken the cable here and I plugged it into the E-kit. So when the detonator hits this, it's going to trigger the sound, but I need to plug it over here into the Roland Octopad SPD30. And then what I'm going to do is we'll play a little bit so you can hear how it actually sounds. So now I've basically made a portable electronic pedal for electronic drums, or if you're playing in a band where you're required to trigger the bass drums every time if it's a loud situation or extreme situation, then you can add the E-kit triggers to your pedals. Okay, now we'll plug it in and see what it sounds like. Something like that.